can I just say you've got more chance of getting some boats if you are kind.
Dream up a world of pirates, climb the highest tree, fall down. Mama, I'm fine, don't worry. Go back out, you see.
Oh, by the way, friend, there's a cat on the boat behind, so be really careful. So I don't want to see that happening.
I'm cleaning the boat this morning, and I've just gone to shake my fluffy duster out of the duck hatch, and my fluffy duster's flown off. I'm going to have to try and rescue it now. Rescued, successful. One of the uses for a boat hook, I suppose. I couldn't let that float in the canal. Success, rescued, but it's so hot. It's probably not the best day to be cleaning. We're having a little couple of or one night trip down to Portsmouth over the weekend, so I'm feverishly cleaning the boat. So that's our new position. We're trying to keep the boat well away from the side. The ropes are very slack, very slack, and completely loose at the moment, which is the only way, because we keep having to push the boat away from the side. We've got the plank ready to get on and off the boat. You can see how far away the stern is. And we've just positioned our boat so the button is the other side of the other boat, and that seems to be keeping the stern away from the bank, hopefully. But we do keep tilting at a very odd angle, which is not great for the comfort inside the boat, but at the moment we're doing okay. And we're just sat in the shade here trying to keep cool. There's lots of boats going past, mostly hire boats, having just hired for the day or for a week. They must be absolutely scorching. There's lots of activity at the lock.
Don't fall! Ooh. Flip-flops! Not good. Look at that, using canal water. Fantastic. Is it? Yeah. Oh no. Jackie said one of my lettuces is dead. Oh no. Hopefully she can bring it back to life with a bit of water. Oh, a bit of cleaning as well, getting rid of the leaves. She's doing a wonderful job. This could go horribly wrong though. She's got flip-flops on. Flip-flops and boats don't match.
It's definitely mission try to stay cool. Again, we've maxed out. We've found a really shady spot for our chairs. So it's 5 o'clock and it could be a nice cool glass of cider for me and a beer for Michael, I think. Canal's definitely quieted down. Hopefully all the traffic's now come through and the water levels will settle. But I've got a sneaky feeling we're going to wake up in the morning and we're going to be slightly tilted, I think. We'll see. So, move number 3 in Aldermaston, just so we don't keep going aground. We're there, alongside another boat. A lady called Helen is doing a boat out and has kindly said we can moor alongside her. So that will be much better, I think. Come on then, Flossie. Come on. Hello. Come on. That's it.
Where the heroes go to get all cleaned up.
Where are we going to? We're on the motorway. We're heading south and we're going to Portsmouth and Southampton to see the boats and to see the sea. More water. It's a sea. Look. Sea. Just outside the historic dockyard in Portsmouth.
From Come to do a visit today to reminisce a bit, see some of the old sites that I used to visit when I was in the Navy, and see some Royal Naval ships and visit some old historic ships too, so should be a bit of fun.
Look at that for a big ship. What? Both of them are current serving naval vessels.
I was just thinking when I saw these two ships that I remember joining the Royal Navy. I was a week after my 16th birthday. And what it must be like for somebody leaving home like I did to walk onto one of these ships now, being your first workplace and not knowing what to expect, and into a ship the size of that, to spend the next 2.5 years with people you never met before, just having left home. Just can't imagine what it'd be like for those people. I remember how I felt, and all I can say is I'm so envious. I wish I could have all my time back again, but sadly I can't turn back time. Only share can do that.
And I think you're a bit too old. I'm not certain they'd let you on now. Maybe not as flexible as you were.
Just bent down to get on the Victory.
And how many times did you bang your head?
Quite a few
Go on, go on.
And quite a few on the Bianca, and other ships on as well.
On HMS Victory, where Nelson fell in 1805.
Trafalgar, this was his flagship. She was launched in 1765 in Chatham, chased the French and Spanish over to America and back, and in the latter stages of her active life she went to Baltic. I mean, she was at the American War of Independence, because you've got a guy either side, yep, and a guy either side, so that's your 4. And then on a bad day, you try and get 8 men round it.
The size of these cannons, you can imagine the heat down here when they were in full flow.
This was Hardy's cabin, being the captain. He had the biggest place on the ship.
So we're going through to Nelson's cabin now. So this was Nelson's cabin then, yeah?
Yeah, but at Trafalgar. I joined her in September while she was at anchor in the Solent. Then, of course, he was in charge of the fleet through till the 21st of October when he was
Shot.
killed.
Yeah.
His body was brought back on board.
It was quite a battle, wasn't it? Trafalgar?
Yes,
It got
yeah.
badly damaged, the ship.
Oh yes, yeah. She had to be towed part of the way back in towards Gibraltar by the Neptune. Nelson had actually told Hardy not over the side, Hardy not over the side, because that's where they normally dispose of the bodies.
And Nelson had said that, don't put me over the
He
side.
told Captain Hardy that.
Right.
So they used an empty water barrel, a Liga barrel, 150 gallons of water.
Gosh.
They probably used, it was either rum or brandy they used initially to actually put him in. But when they got to Gibraltar, that was actually replaced with a better one, which they referred to as spirit of wine, better known to us as vinegar. So it was well and truly pickled.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
This is the galley. Huge oven in here.
When they attacked ships from the stern, the cannonballs were allowed to run straight the way through the whole deck, of course, killing many of the ship's company. Very brave. Going down the sailor's way. You can see the hammocks for the ship's company here. Not much room, not much privacy.
I'm not certain we'd get one of these ropes around our dolly on the boat. Oh yeah, there's Michael to give it some context. Proper steep steps, these. go down here in a hurry.
We're on the Outtro, below the water. The only light comes from dim, ship watches and rocks, dying and dead. The clammy air is stale and sour, with the
Nasty foot injury. Those are massive ropes. I think I'd develop some muscles if I had to pull those in all the time. Look at that down there. Bosun's storeroom. Lots of spare rope. Ooh. Could take some for Border Reiver. Best not. Get an idea of how big it is from my hand. Yeah.
The frames and riders sit on the massive elm keel which runs the length of the ship.
I'm not certainly get a view of this, but the timbers that are used are just enormous, and they're the most beautiful shape as they curve around the boat to form the, well, I suppose the underside of the boat. You can see the size of the thickness of the timbers there. Again, that's my hand, so you get some sort of idea of just how big it is. So it's actually sat in a dry dock. Gosh. This is the bottom of the rudder and the top of the rudder. So the keel is the first piece of the ship to be constructed, which is there, and then the rudder, which is late 18th century, which is said to be the same one that she had in the Battle of Trafalgar. Impressive piece of maritime history. There's always a shop. The shop is next.
Nelson had a gift shop on his ships. You can just imagine him saying to Hardy, can't you? If you want to kiss me, Hardy, you've got to buy me a keyring first.
Ship number 2.
Built in 1915, specifically for bombarding the enemy on the land, basically. So she was basically a gunship.
Basically just taken to offshore and then plonk there and bombard artillery positions, I guess. Imagine the so hot in it at the moment, and like the guy said, it was mainly deployed in Gallipoli and in the Aegean. So it's a warm day today, it's about 27 degrees outside, 28 degrees outside. If they were out there all the time, the ships would just be roasting to death. Incredible.
Where were people living?
The gas expanding pushes the shell up the barrel. It goes from 0 to a velocity at the muzzle of 1,926 miles per hour.
So what was the range of the shot?
7.5 miles, 10 kilometres.
That's good.
Three and a half miles of continuous quay. That big red brick building there, the stone tower, is called Semaphore Tower. It's home to the Queen's Harbour Masters. So this is the Prince of Wales, second of the 2 QEC, Queen Elizabeth class carriers. At 65,000 tonnes, these are the largest vessels ever built for the Navy, and they were mostly built in Rosyth. 280 metres long, 39 metres wide at the waterline, 70 metres wide up on the top deck. A full quota of aircraft is 36. The crew complement on board here, 700. Now there's purpose-built sleeping quarters for 254 Marine commandos in their kit. Once you add pilots, air crew and all the technicians, now you're up to 1,600, ranging speed 25 knots. Operational range 10,000 miles. These carriers cost £3.2 million each to build. Back in these times we had thousands of prisoners of war, and we get them to dig the whole harbour in front of us. They dig it out by hand, and it takes years. Notice how the top of the ship is split into sections. The gaps are fire breaks. Should one section catch fire, maybe they can close that block down top to bottom throughout the ship, fight that part of the fire. We're just coming up to the first of the 2 stops. This is Gunwharf Quay.
So we're just going to have a look at HMS Warrior now. She's a beaut. Look at the mast. Imagine climbing up there, up the rigging. You've got to pass a certain fitness level to get on the ship. It's like a football pitch. I fancy working out which rope is which.
Even sailors in Nelson's Day have problems with birds doing what they do on your boat.
You mean pigeon poo?
It's not pigeon, that's seagulls.
Oh yeah, seagull poo. Just bobbing around. Good place to come, historic dockyard. Really enjoying it.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome aboard the water bus headed to the Submarine Museum.
It's built in 1947 and it's an A-class submarine.
Was, yeah.
Part of the tribal club. I was on the Eskimo for 5 years.
Oh, were you? There you go, another tribal club member.
That's what you had for breakfast, bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
Can you actually see up?
Yeah. Real? It's real.
So these are all the charts that Michael would have used. It was on the Gurkha. So this is the book of all the military ships around the world. And then you get to the tribal class section for United Kingdom, and Gurkha's there.
Just to pull a lever and that.
Does that flush it?
That's the flushing device. Look at that. It's like something I cook. The only problem is my pans are not as clean as that. To our canal line 42.
Is this the engine room?
It's easy, no problem.
Go on then, off you go. Go on, show me. Michael's going to do a submarine filter change.
An oil change.
Oh?
See that noise? That's because it needs an oil change, you see. Once I sink, I always assume.
I think that's an air filter change.
Do you think that's air filter?
Yeah.
Plus the scripts.
Plus the script.
Yeah. Hold on, we got issued with when you had one exactly the same as that.
Did you? It's quite snazzy, that, isn't it? Yeah. You've seen this torpedo? Is it 120 foot long?
60 ships company, yeah.
Yeah,
Hot bunking. So when you slept, when you were working, somebody else slept in your bunk and you swapped over.
Nice and smelly.
Didn't have enough bunks for all the crew.
We've got some furry friends in the field behind us. Oh, really cute. Donkey's not happy. Oh, baby donkey running.
I'm not sure about the loud donkey noises.
No, that might wake us up. We're just moving from Aldermaston now, and then a bit of a chill, I think. That's what's needed. Just waiting for the lock to fill. It's been quite warm today again, about 30 degrees, but I think it's getting cooler from tomorrow, but it's really nice and fresh at this time. It's nearly 6 o'clock at night, so quite a good time to be moving, I think. Yeah, looking forward to getting closer to the Thames. We're going on to Thames in the next few days.